There is a terrifying, almost invisible pattern that quietly destroys the lives of highly intelligent, deeply empathetic people. It does not happen when things are going wrong. In fact, it happens precisely when things are finally going right. The moment someone gets genuinely close to you, the moment a relationship, a new friendship, or even a career opportunity starts to feel completely safe, secure, and healthy, you feel a sudden, overwhelming, visceral urge to destroy it. You start finding microscopic, irrelevant flaws in the other person. You become emotionally distant without warning. You stop replying to their messages as quickly. You build an invisible, impenetrable wall overnight. You push them away in absolute silence, and you sit there watching them leave while a quiet, desperate voice in the very back of your mind screams at you to stop. But you cannot stop. You do not even know why you are doing it. You just feel an intense, suffocating pressure in your chest, a sudden wave of disgust or anxiety, and your biological instinct is simply to escape. You start to wonder if you are fundamentally broken. You lie awake at night analyzing your own behavior, watching yourself sabotage good people and good opportunities, and you conclude that you must be toxic. Society reinforces this. Society labels you as avoidant, cold, or emotionally unavailable. People tell you that you just have a fear of commitment. But behavioral psychology reveals a chilling, highly sophisticated, and entirely invisible truth about this exact behavior. You are not toxic, you are not broken, and you do not actually want to be alone. You are pushing everyone away because your central nervous system is executing a high-level biological defense protocol. In the next few minutes, we are going to dissect the dark, clinical psychology of why you push good people away. We will uncover the biological reason why your brain treats emotional intimacy as a lethal threat. We will explore why you subconsciously tolerate toxic environments but completely sabotage healthy ones. And we will reveal how to decode this trauma response so you can finally stop destroying your own life. Pause whatever you are doing and write this down now. Self-sabotage is never about destroying yourself. It is always a distorted, desperate attempt at self-preservation. You are not pushing people away because you hate them. You are pushing them away to protect your own survival. To understand the architecture of this silent destruction, we have to look deeply at the neurobiology of human connection. The human brain is, at its core, an advanced prediction machine. Its primary evolutionary job is not to make you happy. Its job is to keep you alive. To do this, it constantly scans your environment, gathers data from your past experiences, and runs complex simulations to predict future outcomes. If you grew up in an environment where connection was dangerous, if your early caregivers were emotionally volatile, neglectful, or conditionally loving, or if you have experienced severe chronic disappointment and betrayal in your past adult relationships, your brain learned a brutal mathematical equation. It learned that vulnerability equals pain. It learned that opening up, trusting someone, and relying on another human being always, inevitably, leads to devastating emotional destruction. When your brain runs this prediction algorithm enough times, it permanently updates your baseline programming. It creates a neurological firewall. Now, fast forward to your current reality. You meet someone new. They are kind. They are consistent. They actually listen to you. They do not play games, and they offer you genuine, healthy, emotional intimacy. Logically, your conscious mind is thrilled. You think you have finally found what you have been searching for. But your subconscious mind, your amygdala, the primitive alarm system in your brain, is absolutely terrified. Why? Because healthy intimacy requires you to lower your defenses. It requires you to take off your armor and stand completely exposed. And your amygdala looks at this situation and sounds the ultimate biological alarm. It screams that you are stepping into a trap. It has absolutely no data on how to survive a healthy, peaceful relationship because it has only ever been trained to survive war. To your traumatized nervous system, peace does not feel like peace. Peace feels like the terrifying, quiet moment right before the bomb goes off. So, your brain takes immediate action to save your life. It floods your body with anxiety. It creates a sudden feeling of repulsion toward the other person. It magnifies their tiny flaws until they seem unbearable. It does everything in its chemical power to force you to run away, to push them out, and to rebuild the concrete wall around your chest. You push them away because your biology has genuinely convinced you that if you let them in, they will destroy you. This is the most painful realization of all. Listen very closely. You are not rejecting the other person. You are rejecting the vulnerability that their presence requires. You are eliminating the variable to entirely eliminate the risk. This brings us to the darkest, most confusing aspect of pushing people away, the illusion of control. When you have been deeply hurt in the past, you were likely caught off guard. The betrayal or the abandonment happened to you, and you were completely powerless to stop it. The trauma stripped you of your autonomy. The human ego despises the feeling of powerlessness more than anything else in the universe. It will do absolutely anything to ensure you never feel that helpless again. When you push someone away, when you initiate the breakup, when you ghost a friend, when you sabotage the opportunity, you are subconsciously taking back control of the narrative. You are looking at a relationship that could potentially hurt you in the future, and you are choosing to execute the connection on your own terms, right now. You would rather orchestrate your own heartbreak today, on your own schedule, than live with the terrifying anxiety of wondering if and when they will eventually abandon you tomorrow. You push them away so that you can say, "I left them. They did not leave me." You are preemptively destroying the bridge so that no enemy can ever cross it to hurt you. But the brutal irony is that by destroying every bridge, you are starving yourself to death on an isolated island. You have guaranteed your safety, but you have entirely sacrificed your humanity. Let us look at a psychological paradox that likely haunts your daily life. Have you ever noticed that you can effortlessly maintain relationships with toxic, emotionally unavailable, or chaotic people, but the absolute second someone healthy, loving, and secure enters your life, you feel the overwhelming urge to escape? This is not an accident. This is biological programming. Toxic people are easy for you to tolerate because they are fundamentally predictable. They match your internal baseline of chaos. Your nervous system knows exactly how to navigate a toxic dynamic. It knows how to walk on eggshells. It knows how to manage a crisis. It knows how to survive emotional starvation. A toxic person does not require you to be vulnerable. They only require you to be resilient. And you are a master of resilience. But a healthy, secure person, a healthy person does not want your resilience. They want your truth. They want to see the soft, unhealed, authentic parts of you that you have spent your entire life hiding. A healthy person requires you to put the weapon down. And to someone who has spent their entire existence fighting for survival, putting the weapon down feels like a death sentence. You push the healthy people away because their unconditional love challenges the core belief that you are fundamentally unlovable. If you let them love you, it means the walls you built were unnecessary. It means you have to grieve the years you spent in isolation. Rewind this and play it back until it permanently rewires your perspective. You do not push people away because you are a villain. You push them away because you are a profoundly exhausted survivor using an outdated map to navigate a brand new city. However, we must confront the absolute, uncompromising reality of your situation. There is a razor-thin line between acknowledging your trauma response and using it as a permanent excuse to hurt people and isolate yourself. Understanding your biology is not a free pass to remain trapped inside it. When you push people away, you are not just protecting yourself, you are actively projecting the sins of your past onto the innocent people of your present. You are punishing a good person for the crimes that someone else committed against you years ago. You are looking at someone who holds a genuinely safe, warm light, and you are treating them like a predator simply because they asked to step inside your house. If you continue to operate on this outdated survival software, you will wake up in 10 years sitting in a perfectly secure, impenetrable fortress, and you will realize that it is actually a tomb. True emotional mastery is not locking yourself in a dark room to avoid the storm. True mastery is learning how to build a shelter that has windows and doors. You must begin the excruciating, incredibly brave process of overriding your own biological alarms. You have to train your nervous system to tolerate the discomfort of peace. When someone gets close to you and you feel that familiar, suffocating urge to run away, you must pause. You must look at the panic objectively and say to yourself, "This person is not a threat. This panic is just a ghost from my past. I am safe." You have to learn to sit in the fire of intimacy without running out of the room. You have to endure the terrifying vulnerability of letting someone see your flaws, your fears, and your perceived inadequacies, and watching them choose to stay anyway. You must retrain your amygdala by providing it with new data points of safety. Every single time you choose to stay, communicate your fear, and let someone in, you are rewriting the code of your own destiny. The ultimate goal is to transition from trauma-induced isolation to actual, grounded sovereignty. A sovereign individual does not push everyone away blindly. A sovereign individual has deep, impenetrable boundaries, but they also have the profound courage to selectively let the right people cross them. They know exactly who they are. They know the immense value of their own energy, and they possess the quiet, unshakable confidence to open the heavy iron gate when a person of genuine quality arrives. So if you are sitting there right now, staring blankly at your screen, feeling the heavy, exhausting weight of the relationships you have intentionally sabotaged, feeling a deep, secret shame because you know you ruined a good thing out of pure, unadulterated fear, feeling completely exhausted by the endless cycle of drawing people in and violently pushing them out, let this be your absolute, undeniable validation. You are not a monster. You are not destined to die alone. You are just a wounded soldier who never realized the war ended a long time ago. While the average person stumbles through relationships blindly, entirely unaware of their own destructive psychological patterns, you are finally opening your eyes to the machinery of your own mind. You are standing face to face with your biological programming, and you are deciding to take the control back. That is not weakness. That is the genesis of true psychological sovereignty. And sovereignty is the quiet, invisible superpower that separates the perpetually lonely from the truly, deeply empowered elite. If this made you realize exactly who you are, if this finally decoded the silent self-destruction you have been battling your entire life, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Do not let your past trauma dictate the architecture of your future. Stop pushing the light away. Put the weapon down. Build the gate. See you in the next protocol.